Joe Massiri is going to have much more on that at 5:30. Well, the words of one of the world's most famous faces yesterday, supermodel Tyson Beckford told Pix 11 that even he experiences racial profiling inside Barney's, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's a luxury store, of course, where two people have now claimed they were detained for making completely legal purchases. Well, now another famous actor is coming forward with a very similar story, saying he was profiled at a Midtown department store. And he says what happened with the cops next was unbelievable.
Yeah, Pix 11's Mario Diaz is live with the latest on this story in an exclusive interview.
Scott and Tamsin, this is the complaint right here filed by actor Rob Brown against the NYPD and Macy's. This is just the latest chapter of Shop and Frisk in the city this weekend. When you actually read this complaint, it is a fascinating story, one that Brown decided to share exclusively with me earlier today.
The Macy's flagship store touts that we've never been known to do things in a small way. Rob Brown shared exclusively with me how he experienced this back on June 8th of this year. For some background, if you recognize him, it's because the Brooklyn native is an actor with impressive credentials, including the lead in Finding Forrester.
My first acting counterpart on the silver screen was Sean Connery.
Brown was in Macy's to purchase a gift for his mother, who was graduating that afternoon from Metropolitan College of New York. Using an American Express Gold card, he purchased a Movado watch worth $1,350. All was well, or so he thought. Minutes later, he was surrounded by three men in plain clothes.
For a quick second, I thought, am I getting robbed? Like, come on now, like, enough of this.
But he wasn't being robbed. It was worse.
So what did they say to you?
They kept telling me, your card is fake, you're going to jail. And it was very clear that this was a lost cause.
But you had your ID.
I had plenty of ID on me, Mario, plenty of ID.
So why are they sending you to jail?
I think it's because I'm black. Now, I'm trying to bring a little bit of levity to that, but that's the only reason that I can think of.
After you got arrested inside the store and you were in cuffs, what did they do then?
Well, they put me in cuffs and they paraded me through the store.
Not like the giant Mickey from that other parade that Macy's is known for on Thanksgiving. No, this was more like a department store perp walk. Ultimately, Brown was dumped inside of a cell within Macy's, where he tried to be reasonable considering the circumstances.
While I was locked up, I made a statement because I was angry but calm, and I made a statement saying, I'm just trying to get to my mother's graduation and you guys have me locked up in a cell for no reason. And an officer said, look, if everything checks out, I'll drive you to your mom's graduation.
Less than an hour later, the NYPD realized they made a major mistake.
So after they realized there was a colossal error,
Yeah.
they drove you in a police car
Yes.
to your mother's graduation.
Yes, they drove me from here to the Jacob Javits Center.
And they did so with the lights on and sirens blaring. He captured this picture of his mother graduating. His arrest ultimately voided. But his attorney, John Eleftherakis, says the incident is indefensible, especially the police escort.
Absolutely, the police escort. It added insult to injury to have to be driven there, and it, almost as if they were doing him a favor.
Now, while Brown and his attorney are talking, Macy's is not. They issued me a statement saying that they are investigating the alleged claims. However, they do not comment on litigation. As for the NYPD, I reached out to them. Thus far, no comment on their end. But when you think about this story and what Brown says took place with them actually giving him a ride to his mother's graduation, it is truly just a fascinating tale from what went wrong there to the right they tried to make in the end. Reporting from Macy's in Midtown, Mario Diaz, Pix 11 News. Tamsin, Scott, back to you.
Really incredible, Mario. I got a feeling a lot more of these stories are going to be coming to light, huh?
You know, this is something that obviously developed earlier this week. We actually got the tip after a report that I did on Wednesday on this story, and you hear about this all the time taking place here. Tyson Beckford yesterday talking around Rob Brown today. He was saying that basically, you know, this wasn't the first time, but it can happen.
All right, thank you so much. Well, now a second shopper says she was humiliated while spending money at Barney's. 21-year-old Kayla Phillips is a nursing student and had notified the city that she plans to file a $5 million lawsuit against the NYPD. The Brooklyn mom says back in February, she bought a $2,500 suede Celine bag with money from her tax refund. Well, Phillips said the next thing she knew, cops surrounded her at the train station demanding to see her identification.
I was angry, I was furious, and I was hurt because I can't believe in 2013 this is happening.
Kareem Vesep represents Phillips in this case. He points out her experience is very similar to what happened to 19-year-old Treyon Christian back in April after he bought a Ferragamo belt from Barney's. He wound up, of course, in cuffs at a nearby precinct. Christian filed suit this week accusing Barney's and the NYPD of racial profiling in his case as well. Well, the first section of Long Beach's boardwalk opened up in July, but today the final portion was completed and has been opened up now officially for the public.
Yeah, the grand opening complete with marching bands and, of course, politicians. Pix 11's Narmeen